Shares of Citigroup sold off sharply early Friday after the government announced it will increase its stake in the bank. It's going to exchange up to $25 billion in funding for as much as a 36% equity share of the bank. The deal, the third attempt at a rescue plan for Citigroup in the past 5 months, is contingent on private investors also agreeing to a similar swap. Existing shareholders would see their ownership stake shrink to as little as 26%. The bank says it'll eliminate all dividends on common shares to help keep it alive and bolster its capital.
For investors, it's not the best thing. Everyone wants to get a dividend payment. That's a nice little check you get once a month. Once they suspend that, a lot of players would bail out. I mean, it helps the companies. I mean, you look at Morgan Stanley, they suspended their dividend. It saves them, I think, $8 billion a year. It's a big saving to the company itself. And at times like this, it makes sense to suspend dividends. But at the same time, investors look for those dividends a lot, especially like retired investors. They look for that once-a-month dividend check coming in. If they don't get it, they'll leave the stock.
The transaction requires no new federal funds, no further taxpayer investment, but it leaves open the door for Citigroup to seek additional funding or allow for the conversion to common shares of the remaining $20 billion in federal money it's received. Common shares absorb losses before preferred shares do. That means taxpayers would be on the hook if the bank continues to suffer. On the other hand, common stock in banks right now is incredibly cheap, and taxpayers could reap big gains if the banks come back and their stock prices go up. John Belmont, The Associated Press.